Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Laura, and today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on a like a money holder that you can put together using 3 sheets of 6x8 paper. You can also use this to send ephemera or just a sweet note to somebody. I want to walk you through just the layout of it. So this has, like I said, 3 pieces of 6x8. It's really good for directional patterns because everything's going to be up and down like this. I would suggest to use double-sided, but you don't have to. If you don't want to, you'll just have blank spaces. So these have just a really simple closure, and then I'm using the Seasons Greetings paper from Park Lane. So this closure I made has 1 piece of ephemera that's on some foam tape, and then I have another piece of ephemera that is glued to the flap here, so it actually just tucks in behind your other piece there. So yeah, so you know, no complicated closures, and it works really well for the purpose. So when you open it, you have a pocket on the left. Now you don't even need to make it a pocket, it can be a flap, just depending on what you want to use it for, but it holds money perfectly. And then you have a space here for journaling or for a picture, and then you also have a pocket on this side, and then on the back just another blank space for journaling or a picture, whatever you would like to do. These are my tag tea treat holders. They fit perfectly in here or back here. So however you want to do it is up to you. But yeah, these are super simple, and these are the measurements, and all of these scores are going to be along the 6-inch side. So what you want to do is pick out your 3 sheets of paper, pick out one for your cover. This is going to be my cover. This one's going to be the pocket in the middle, and then this is going to be my back cover. So the back cover, you also want to think about how you want it to fold over to the front. You see that here. So this is your back cover and it's folding over. So I want this to contrast. So I want this pattern to be on the back, okay? So let's score this first one. And I'll leave the measurements right here. 1 3/4, and then 5 1/2. And your 1/2-inch side is going to be your hinge. Let me straighten that up a little bit. Okay, put this off to the side. Let's do the back page. So this one's going to be scored at 1 1/2. And then it also is going to have like a small gusset. So we're going to do, 1 3/8. All right, so again, 1 3/8, and then 1 1/2 is going to be your back cover. Okay, and then again, the gusset, not the gusset, the hinge is going to be at 5 1/2, because these two are going to connect, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So then let's cut our pocket page. Okay, so cut this at 3 7/8. You can cut it at 4, it's just, it's gonna fight your fold over a little bit, so I like the cut at 3 7/8. Okay, so we'll decide on the pocket later how we want to arrange that. So let's do the folding and burnishing. Okay, so here's your front cover. So both of these folds are gonna go back, okay? So essentially, this is your cover, okay? So let's burnish that down. Put this off to the side. I'm going to move this, we don't really need that. And then, so this is your back cover. We're going to fold these inwards, right? Because this is going to show here, this is going to show in the back. Okay, so let's fold in the hinge, and I like to turn this way. I like to start with the outer score first, just because these gussets are so small, it can be a little tricky. Okay, so then here I like to put my nails just right in the crease of that second score line, and then I pull over just gently with my fingers to make that other fold not as difficult. So you see there, it makes that small gusset, but it really makes a big difference. So yep, so there's your two pieces. So we're going to attach these two folds here to make the hinge. Now the easiest way I find to do that, because a lot of the time I misalign things and then you see the bottom or you see the top coming over from the other page. Okay, let's do a little bit of glue. Not too much, just enough to attach it. I'm either running out or it's getting clogged. There we go. A little bit there. Okay. And to help it align as best as I can, I use my fingers here to line up the edges, but then also as I'm doing that, keeping it flat on the surface, in this case my scoreboard, I close up the edges, I line that up right now, and then I squeeze towards the middle, because that way I know at least these edges are flush. Okay? Alright, so the next thing, because it is a hinge, I want to miter each corner there. So just a little bit, not too much. Don't want to go over that score line. Okay. Alright, so next you want to decide how you want your pocket to look. What I do is I compare it to the back cover. The back cover may not look so good with two patterns next to it, but you have this page to break it up if you want, okay? The other option is to turn it this way and break it up with this pattern. Or actually, this one, I think I like that one better. But let's compare on this side. See, this side has a lot of red too. So let's see. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, because I think these two patterns are a bit busy together. Okay. Alrighty. So let's attach our pocket flap here. So you don't want it to go over the score line, but again, you want it to be flush to the top and bottom. The way I like to do it is, let's do some glue first before, that way it's ready to go. So you can do this on the top or you can do it on the bottom of your scoreboard. I like to line things up, that way I know it's flush there. This one may be just a little bit off. Let's see. Alright, and then I fold this part over. That way I know it's not fighting on this side. So when you do that, it's a nice flip there. And it just feels a lot better. Okay, so the next part for the pocket, we're going to attach this here. But before you do that, if you really want to, you can put down some Scotch tape here. That way when you're inserting things into your pocket, it's not fighting this hinge there. Totally is just a preference and up to you. I've seen that done a lot in like mini albums because you are putting down thicker photo mats or journaling spots. So just an idea. Alright, so same thing here. Let's do this on this side. We want to be next to the score but not over the score. We want to be flush on the top and the bottom. And let's fold that over. Press that down. Give it an eyeball. Yeah, it looks fine. You can actually see just a little bit there of it at the bottom. If it bothers you, you can trim it. If it doesn't, then you're done. this. That's fine. So there you have it. Oh, I didn't glue down that part. Let's do that. And then we'll work on the closure. It's definitely a good way to use up your 6x8s. I know a lot of people have difficulty doing that if you don't have a specific project that uses up a lot of them. Also, the patterns tend to be smaller when you use 6x8 as opposed to 12x12. So there you go. All right, we'll do the closure in just a minute, but let's take a look at our project. Nice and simple. All right, so let's look at some ephemera pieces and see what we've got. These are some leftovers. And I have another pack here. I kind of like how that looks. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to estimate where to put the glue behind that one, and it doesn't have to be exact, but you do want it to be even. So you don't want to put a bunch here and then like a diagonal here. So that's just how I have it. And so that's going to go under that deer there, as straight as possible. And so here I'm going to put just some foam tape from like here on. And the foam tape I use is just this foam mounting tape that I get from Dollar Tree. It works really well for my purposes. I know there's also foam tape you can use. They also sell, I believe at their store, they also sell larger adhesive pieces, but you really have to know what projects you're using that on. And then these folios or money holders, they're not really made to last a really long time, so I wouldn't worry about, you know, using expensive items in this type of crafting. Okay, so the way I make sure that it's not going to be under my foam tape or not too high, I use this as a guide and see how the foam tape is stopping it here. I do that, but then I move just slightly lower, but just enough you can see there is an overlap there. So there's that. There's the closure. And see, super simple, easy peasy. You don't have to worry about magnets or Velcro or ribbon or seam binding. You can if you want, totally up to you. I just think this is super simple and it gives it a little something extra. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful for your last minute crafting and gift giving. It's also good for really any time of the year, birthdays, other holidays, other gift giving times. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing well and having a good day or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.